Let's make it short and sweet. Just like our European hopes, I suppose. Last weekend we thought we got Conference League. Never in a million years. So, Man United beating Man City. They have been crap all season. Ten Hag has lost his job even before the game has started. All the reports of to be true. They're even seeing it on the BBC there that Ten Hag will lose his job tomorrow. They're in talks to get McKenna from Ipswich and others. And he's going to get sacked even though he's just won the FA Cup because he's had an absolutely stinking season. He really, really has. He's had a terrible campaign where he's finished 8th, which is their lowest in a long, long time. He's obviously been knocked out of the Champions League group stages. He's fell out with players. He's had a terrible time of it. To be fair to him, today got the tactics right. Man United with the better side. Well done, they won. But I tell you what, Man City were absolutely shocking. That is the worst I have ever seen them play in my life. Since they got taken over. Do you know what I mean? The last 10, 15 years. Goodness gracious me, I can't believe how bad they were. I really can't believe how bad they were. They just never looked in it. Never ever looked in it. They had the whole of the second half to kick on. Doku scored. There was about 10 minutes left with stoppages. They just didn't do it. Couldn't do it. Wouldn't do it. All bloody hungover. I think all them City players were massively hungover. Must have been on the lash all week after winning the Premier League last weekend for the 4th time in a row. And they just came into the game thinking it was going to be easy for them. They were going to walk it. It's because everyone thought that. Nobody gave Man U a hope in hell's chance. All the Man U fans didn't even think they could win it, man. In a derby, because they played the derby in the final last year and got beat comfortably. And Man United have had a worse season. But City were terrible. I think Erling Haaland's getting loads of stick, and rightfully so. He was woeful. Probably a tapping merchant is what people are calling him. But I tell you what, I'm a bit down with this one. Like I was going to go and rant over, but I can't really be bothered to rant, to be honest with you. Like, to take up my energy. I am gutted. I am pissed off. Because I did win Conference League. I really did. You know, and that's easy now. I could joke and be like, well, Conference League, Mickey Mouse Cup anyways. Nah, not for me. Like, you know, it was a big chance for us to get European football, Thursday nights, go far, probably be the favourites to win it. We could actually win a decent trophy. Would be a good starting point for us, that. And to get Conference Leagues better than no European football at all. I do think it's a mental rule, by the way, that the winners of the FA Cup take the Europa League spot. And now Chelsea, funny enough, drop into the Conference League and we get out. But tell you what, we can look and we can blame City for how they play. We can blame Man United for stealing it off us. So you can blame the rules. But all we can blame is ourselves. All we can blame is ourselves. We bottled it. We bottled it. Because at Old Trafford the other week, we win that. We finished level on points with City in 6 in our goal difference. Chelsea in 6 and our goal difference means we get Europa, which now would have been knocked down the Conference League. But we could have guaranteed ourselves European football with a win at Old Trafford. And we should have done it. Got beat 3-2. They were bad on the night. Our defence was bad. And we didn't turn up. And then we bottled it the week before that, home to Brighton. Dropped a couple of points there. So listen, it was in our hands heading into the last week, 2 weeks of the season. And we didn't do it. We didn't do our job. So we shouldn't be sitting here relying on other people to do their jobs. But if you are going to rely on someone, you'd think you'd be all right relying upon Pep Guardiola's Man City, 4 in a row Premier League winners and all these top world-class players, Phil Foden and your De Bruyne and everything. Even he got took off. Dear me. Dear me. But I point the finger at ourselves. I think we've bottled it. We've shot ourselves in the foot and we didn't do enough. Listen, after all the injuries this season and everything else, we said it all along in the last couple of months, you know, I wouldn't have expected us to get Europe, but to get ourselves in that position, with the fixtures we had, we should have got the job done for me. We should have secured European football. But we haven't. We haven't, so that's that. Conference League, bye-bye. Like I said, put your passports back in your drawer, take your suitcases back to the garage, lock them away, put them in the loft, because they are staying away for another year at least. I'm good with me. Like, I was already planning and thinking about random trips on a Thursday night in the middle of nowhere. Some mad countries that you'd probably never get to go to, but following Newcastle and having the Toon Army take over there would have been fantastic. And this year, I thoroughly enjoyed the Champions League trips. So, I'm good. Like, I really am. And honestly, I never expected Man U to win that. They never should have. They've been crap all season. City have been amazing, winning everything. They haven't lost a game since last year, something someone said. And if you look what people are seeing on our social media, you'll have a look. Just have a look. I'm not going to put the screen recording on. I'm just going to get this video up. Can't be bothered to edit this. It's a Saturday night. Can't be bothered to whinge much after this, to be honest with you. But everyone on social media is very, very worried now. They're saying that's it then. Bruno and Isak will be leaving. We can't keep Bruno and Isak with no European football. That's what they're saying. Let's hope that's not the case. Obviously, Bruno's out in Brazil at the minute with Joe Linton, celebrating his wedding. Congratulations to Big Joe. But now they're thinking, oh, well, they're not going to sit and put up with this. Isak's going to want European football. Bruno's going to want it. And they'll want Champions League, but I think they might have stuck around for 1 year with Newcastle Conference League. Now people are worrying, wondering, will that be the end? Will they be away? Could well be. I hope not, obviously. Really hope not. But with Paqueta looking like he'll be banned for about 10 years because of spot fixing betting, then Man City apparently eyeing up Bruno. If that happens, someone signs Isak. We'll wait and see. But we'll make it away with it for 1 year. They might buy into the project enough, love it here enough, be settled, enjoy working on the how and everything else, that they might give us the reasonable doubt and just be like, right, 1 more year. If we finish with no European football next year, you kiss them goodbye straight away. No chance. But maybe for now, they might stay. But that's people's fear. That's people's fear. That, you know, your top stars could leave, and it's a good fear to have, to be fair. It's very realistic. But what I will say, I'll try and finish the video on a positive note, and what I will say is that next season, no excuses. One positive from this is that less games now, less injuries, get rid of the deadwood. That's the positives I'm going to lean towards. I'm going to finish this video on, is that now we have no distractions midweek. We'll have 1 game a week. We can go all out to try and get top 4 again, to try and get to a final and win it this time. Take the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup very, very seriously, like we have done in Eddie Howe anyways, to be fair. The mad thing is, just thinking, you know, obviously we played Man City in the FA Cup quarter-final. Imagine if we could have avoided them. Man U should have been knocked out in the semis against Coventry. They were robbed. Very tight decision on the offside. But anyways, listen, next year, no excuses. No excuses to go all out, to compete, and to get rid of the deadwood is one huge bonus now for me, because there was talks that Matt Ritchie and Paul Dummett were going to get given new deals if we did get Conference League football, because they would have been too expensive to replace. We would have needed the squad depth. We was Dummett homegrown. None of that anymore, please. None of that anymore. Can't be bothered. So that's one huge relief. In this summer is a big one. It really is. Phase 2 of the takeover has to start now. You know, we couldn't sign anyone in January. Last summer, we spent all our money on a Tonali who got suspended. We spent it on fullbacks, one of them Lewis Hall, who barely kicked the ball until the end of the season. This summer, we've got to get it right. This summer, we've got to go for it. This summer, we've got to spend. And this summer, we've got to sell. Get rid of Ritchie, Dummett, anyone else you can think of that barely kicks a ball for it. You know what I mean? You're a Braff guys. Time for him to go. I'd sell Wilson. I'd sell Almiron. I'd listen off us for Longstaff. There's loads. But that's for another video. But that could be one positive. But for me, it's not. I see people saying, oh, maybe it's a blessing in disguise not getting this. And yeah, maybe. But at the end of the day, it was a chance to really do well in European competition. West Ham won it. Had the best day of their lives 2 years ago. Villa got the semis this year. It would have been a serious chance for us to go far and have great European nights and memories abroad. So I'm not buying into that too much. And I think the squad would have been good enough for Conference League. But there it is. Can't rely on anyone else. Newcastle United were cursed. We know that. Bad luck. But at the end of the day, we bottled it as well. Happy Saturday. That's why I can't be bothered, rant. I'm just going to enjoy myself. This is what it is. Look forward to the transfer window. Moving on up. Right then, I'm also very zen, to be fair, because I've had a nice little relaxing spa day. Could do with going back, to be fair. Could do with going back. Cheers, people. Drop your thoughts below what you think of this. And do you see it as a blessing in disguise? Are you pleased that we've not got a distraction, or would you rather have qualified for the Europa Conference League? Subscribe to the channel, give this one a like, enjoy the rest of your weekend, people. See you later.